threw it in the direction of Calvin Williams.
The blitz had him that time. They didn't have a response. Cunningham just used his athletic ability to throw the ball away, punt the football. It's that kind of a football game. It's the guy who's going to make the big mistake that's going to wind up in trouble in this game, and that mistake's going to come from the quarterback position. Maybe the big play will come from the quarterback position too, but against the kind of pass rush we have, we'll see a potential for a big error there too.
Eagles with a nice punt. And down by Izell Jenkins inside the 10, a 49-yard punt.
Football League on CBS Sports.
More regional action coming your way next week here on CBS Sports. Games include Washington at Philadelphia and Minnesota at Pittsburgh. And remember, it all gets started at 12:30 Eastern with the NFL Today. And right now, Washington in a real battle with the Dallas Cowboys at RFK Stadium. Score there 17-10, Dallas on top. And Cowboys with a lot of weapons indeed. Right here, it's a 10-10 ball game. 3:54 left in the third quarter of play. 1st and 10. Ball looking up top for Chris Warren. Nearly caught. And guess who was back in coverage? Seth Joyner. Talk about a complete linebacker. Well, on top of the complete action around the NFL is Greg Gumbel. Let's take you back to New York.
All right, JB, a word on that game at RFK. Washington had 1st and goal from the 1, but couldn't get the touchdown. Jim Jeffcoat foils the rip and keeper. They settled for the field goal, 17-10 Cowboys in the 3rd. James?
All right, Greg, Jim Jeffcoat certainly feeling like he still has some very useful years left. Charles Haley has been the man getting a lot of credit, but Jeffcoat doing a nice job in relief throughout.
Well, they've got their hands full back there, but Philadelphia has their hands full right here.
Flag on the 2nd down play here. Flag on the near side 10. That goes against the Eagles.
Offside, number 59.
Wild card race remaining schedule. Philadelphia undefeated at 5. Down at the 14. Gelball back to pass, flag on a play, stopping the action.
That was Ray Roberts that time. He came up, set into his pass set a little too fast. Again, the pressure that.
Ball start before the snap, number 73, offense.
Well, he's done a good job so far, but again, the pressure here now. They want to be careful now. You don't want to go back and give one of those sackers a chance here. If he's going to have a drop back pass, he's got to get rid of that thing fast, because you know there are a number of guys in green helmets that are saying, I can change this game right here.
And Ray Roberts knows that all too well. He has seen some of the best in the league. Leslie O'Neal, Derek Thomas, Clyde Simmons. Donnell Williams runs right into Reggie White, a gain of only 1.
And again, there was a blitz coming at him. They were coming after him. I hate to sound like a coach or defending coaches, and for all of you sitting home saying, why don't they pass? But what this team cannot allow itself to do is make the big error deep in its own territory to give the Philadelphia Eagles a chance to get a cheap score.
And Flores knows that all too well.
And
talk about being handicapped. I mean, he's had 20 guys, Flores, 20 guys on injured reserve, so he cannot do a lot of the things he'd like to be able to do. On 3rd and 9, Gelball will pass. Not a good-looking play. Intended receiver, Ron Heller.
Well, that's the 2nd time on 3rd down that they have gone to Heller. And Philadelphia seems to know that they're going to him because there's somebody right around him. But
you're being polite. He said he seems to know.
Well, I'm surprised because Heller's not been a big receiver for them. I think they've got to begin to think back to Blades as this game goes on. The field position is working against them now. They're punting from their own 10. Sekihima is sitting back there at midfield with a chance to put Philadelphia in a great position.
And Jeff Seidman to the near side. Boy, what a beauty. What a beauty. Sekihima back to the 30. Great coverage, Tracy Johnson. Special teams leading tackler. And rootin' tootin' with a 59-yard punt. Hang time of 4.5. Excellent.
That was a 60-yard punt.
Look at Eugene Robinson. You see that black cloth around that right sleeve there, and that is a tribute to Pete Gross, longtime play-by-play announcer here with the Seattle Seahawks, who passed away recently. A memorial service was held on Monday of this past week, and over 700 people attended. One fine person indeed. On 1st and 10, Cunningham under pressure. Nash with the sack. Four and a half sacks on the season for Nash.
Well, again, Cunningham got stuck with holding the football a little too long. Against good defenses, you got to get rid of it. Here we see Nash steps around. They're blitzing with the outside linebacker. And then Nash just kind of gets a garbage collection there. He wasn't the guy that made the initial penetration, but he came in second and got the sack.
Randall to Heath Sherman. And Sherman run out of bounds at about the 40. Still shy about 7 yards for the first down. 1:38 left in the third, and Randall has been under a lot of pressure, as we mentioned earlier. 5 sacks by the Seahawks defense. Seahawks came in with 31 in the game. They now have 36.
Well, Cunningham is better when he's flowing like he was that last time. We commented earlier about the bootleg to the other side where he got the ball off quickly. I think the drop back pass is the least effective weapon this team has.
3rd and 7. Cunningham overthrows the intended receiver, Roy Green. There's Tom Catlin, defensive coordinator for the Seahawks.
Well, what's happening now is that other than the bootleg pass, Seattle has pretty much shut down Philadelphia's offense. If they get that bootleg shut down, I don't know where Philadelphia's going to come with many yards. I'm sure Rich Kotay is thinking about that as they sit and ponder what's going to happen here in the fourth quarter.
And Chris Warren with the fair catch at the 13, a 47-yard punt by Jeff Eagles. Next Saturday, CBS Sports kicks off at noon Eastern Time with the Division I AA Championship as Marshall plays Youngstown State. That's a rematch of last year's championship battle. Then at 3:30 Eastern, it's the NFL Today, followed by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the San Francisco 49ers. That's all coming your way next Saturday right here on CBS. 56 seconds left in the third. A tie ball game, 10 apiece. Seahawks 1st and 10, ball at their own 13. Seahawks wanting to play the part of spoilers. So far doing a nice job of heading in that direction. Play action. Looking for Tommy Kane. Incomplete. Yelbaugh overthrowing Kane. Rich Miano on the coverage as well as Eric Allen. Actual folks in attendance here today, 47,000 plus. 18,000 no-shows. Missing a pretty good ball game, but John, by and large, these fans here in Seattle have been very, very supportive of this team despite the 2-11 record.
Absolutely. Tom Flores talked about he thinks they're the greatest fans in the world, and it's hard to understand when you lose anytime, but they understand as much as you can expect, and they've been very loyal, and they've been here.
On 2nd down, Chris Warren. Good 2nd and 3rd effort, but nowhere near what was needed for the 1st down.
It seems that each series the defenses of both teams get stronger and the offenses get weaker. I'm not sure it's going to take more than a field goal to really decide this game. Seattle is playing with really difficult field position this whole third quarter, but they have not made the error that gives the other guy the big opportunity. 3rd down and 7.